This is what we're going to make today. It's just a little rack to hold my smaller pliers that I use for doing jewelry and just, smaller types of wire work. I have had these just piled on my bench. But this just gives me a way to organize them. This is an old rod out of a printer that was salvaged from that. I think my son probably salvaged that years ago. And this is a piece of wire out of a political sign. Some of y'all that have watched my videos know I use a lot of those. And that bottom wire just makes it easier to grab these. If it was like that, it just can get kind of hard to reach in there and grab them. And you can always grab them by the tips, but sometimes you got stuff in there that's sharp. So that just kind of helps hold it kicked out like that. All right, let's get started. All right, we're going to cut this off to 6 inches wide. And now I want to cut 2 pieces that are 5 inches wide. All right, so now we're going to come in 2.5 inches. We're going to come in 2.5 inches. And then at 3.5 make a mark that'll give us a 1-inch top. And then with the 45 on our square here, mark that. Go ahead and mark this. Alright, we'll cut that on the miter saw and do both of these together. Alright, so this is the way they were cut. And so I'm going to lay them out like that. And now I'm going to come down 1/2 inch. And then off of this corner right here, just going to kind of eyeball that. Just going to kind of do it half right there and half. Yeah. Just right there. Okay, so that's for this larger rod. This is a printer rod. Out of a printer that either I took apart or my son took apart, and that's going to be our top rung. And then this bottom one needs to be about here, and it doesn't go directly under it. It needs to come out about, right about there. So let's look at how much of an offset that is. So from the center line, it's 1/2 inch. Okay. So if we do a center line right here, and then we move over 1/2 inch, and then let's come up. We're coming up 2.5 from the bottom. All right. So. Come over 1/2 inch and up 2.5. Puts us right there. Alright, let's go over the drill press and get those drilled. Alright, so this is for the larger hole, and I've got my drill bit set just short of hitting the table, so I won't drill all the way through. Alright, so now we'll put these rods in. On the wrong side. Let me get that re-drilled. Alright. Got 2 holes in there, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. Now if I measure this, it's 13 3/4, so I need a little strip of wood to go here, here, to hold this together. Alright, I've got my saw set to 1/4 inch width. Alright, I've got some little wire brads that I'm going to attach this with, And I'm going to take the scrap of that 1/4 inch pieces, because I want to raise this up just a little bit off the bottom, because when I set it on the table, if the table's not perfectly flat, you know, it'll catch somewhere. So this will just give me a little extra room to make that work a little better. Put a little glue on each end, because that's actually what's going to do most of the holding. Alright, that's got it all put together. Now, full disclosure, I got a little carried away and knocked my rods through the end here. But this thing's going to be really, it's utilitarian, so I don't really care. I'm not even going to paint it. I'm not real big on painting stuff. But, you know, if you want to go that step, certainly you could paint it. But the thing about that rod at the bottom, what it does is it keeps them kind of laid over a little bit. And that way, you know, it's easier to grab a handle rather than grabbing the tips. You know, I just kind of like that better. Alright, that's got this project finished. I got room for a few more, to add a few more to that. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.